Welcome students. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the body fluids and circulation. So let's start with what is circulation. Circulation is the transport of nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide and excretive products to the concerned tissues or the organs. And for circulation, simple organisms like sponges, coelenteраtes, they use water for this from their surroundings. And the complex organism like humans, they have body fluids like blood and lymph for circulation. Let's see the types of circulatory system. Circulatory system are of two types, open and closed circulatory system. Open circulatory system, here the blood pumped by the heart passes through the large veins directly into the open spaces or cavity, and that is known as sinuses. Example in arthropods and molluscs. Then other type is closed circulatory system. Here, blood pumped by the heart is circulated throughout the blood vessels. It is more advantageous as the flow of fluid can be precisely regulated, and the example of closed circulatory system is annelids and chordates. Heart of vertebrates, if we go through the structure of a heart, it is a muscular chambered heart, and in vertebrates it is of different types. Like in fishes it is two-chambered heart, amphibians it is three-chambered heart, reptile it is three-chambered heart, crocodile and birds and mammals they show four-chambered heart. The pattern of circulatory system is also different in all these. It could be single circulation, incomplete double circulation and double circulation. In a single circulation, it is seen in fishes. Here, heart receives the impure blood only. So in heart, only impure blood enters, and thus such is known as venous heart. That is, heart is only made up of veins or ventricles. The deoxygenated blood will move out, will enter into the heart, will go to the gills and get oxygenated. And then this oxygenated blood passes to the body parts and get deoxygenated again. It will enter back into the heart. Then incomplete double circulation. It is seen in amphibians and the reptiles. The left atrium receives oxygenated blood from gills, lungs or the skins. And the right atrium gets deoxygenated blood from other body parts. However, they get mixed up in the single ventricle and thus it is known as incomplete double circulation. So ventricle has the mixed blood and it pumps mixed blood. Then comes the double circulation, which is seen in birds and mammals. The right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood and it passes to the right ventricle. Left atrium receives oxygenated blood and it passes to the left ventricle. Now, the ventricle pumps out separately without any mixing up. So that was it about the type of blood circulation. Now let's discuss about the human circulatory system, in which we will discuss the blood vessels and the heart. Human circulatory system is divided into two parts, the blood vascular system, that is left hand side, and the lymphatic system. Blood vascular system is made up of heart, blood and blood vessels. Blood comprises of plasma and formed elements. If we study the formed element, it has RBC, WBC and platelets. Again, WBC are of different types, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes are such type of WBC which has granules inside it, and they are of neutrophils, eosinophils or basophils. Agranulocytes are of two types, lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes are further divided into B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. Blood vessels are of three types, arteries, veins and capillaries. In the lymphatic system, we will discuss lymph vessels and lymph nodes. Let's start with the blood vascular system. Blood. First, we will discuss about the blood, then heart and then lymphatic system. Blood. Composition of blood, it is made up of plasma and formed elements. Around 55% is plasma and 45% is of formed elements. Plasma is a straw-colored and slightly alkaline, which is around pH 7.5 fluid matrix, and formed element includes the cells like RBC, WBC, and platelets. Constituents of plasma and its function is written here on our screen. Water, which is 90 to 92%, and it's a good solvent. Then comes the plasma protein, which is 6 to 8%. And the plasma protein are fibrinogen, globulins, and albumins. The function of fibrinogen is for blood coagulation, that is blood clotting. It helps in clotting of blood. Then comes the globulins, which are antibodies present in a blood. And the third one is albumins, which helps in osmotic balance of the body and regulates blood pressure. Then, after blood plasma protein, blood plasma also contains glucose, amino acid, lipids, and cholesterol, which are energy supplements that helps in energy production and growth. Inorganic salts like sodium, magnesium, chloride, HCO3, and calciums are also present in the plasma that helps in that regulate osmosis of the body. Then gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, and nitrogen are also present in the plasma. The function is for transportation. Now, if we remove the clotting factor like fibrinogen from the plasma and the other factors that are responsible for clotting, the remaining part of plasma is known as serum. So here you can see blood, clotted blood, and the fluid that remain apart from the clotting factor, that is known as serum. Then comes the formed elements. Formed elements are three: red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. Red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes, WBC are known as leukocytes, and platelets are known as thrombocytes. RBCs. The color of RBC is red because of the presence of hemoglobin. Normal hemoglobin level in blood, it is around 12 to 16 gram per 100 ml. The lifespan of RBC is 120 days. If we count number of RBC, it is 5 to 5.5 millions per mm². RBCs are formed in bone marrow, red bone marrow. Structurally, they are biconcave in shape. They don't have their own nucleus. Even mitochondria and Golgi complex are also absent. Function of RBC is to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide. The worn-out cells, RBCs, are destroyed in spleen. That's why spleen is known as graveyard of RBCs. Next comes the WBC. WBC, as you can see on your screen, there are different types: neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, which are granulocytes, and lymphocytes, monocytes are agranulocytes. They are colorless. Lifespan is about 1 to 15 days. Count is 6,000 to 8,000 per mm³. WBC are formed in bone marrow, lymph glands, and spleen. Structurally, they are nucleated with different types, and function is they play important role in immune system. Let's learn about the function and the percent of WBC in plasma. First, we'll discuss about the granulocytes, which are neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. Neutrophils occupy 60 to 65% and the function is phagocytosis. They are the soldier of body. Eosinophil, it's 2 to 3%. The ratio is 2 to 3%. And the function is it provides resistance against the infection and causes allergic reactions. Basophils, they are present 0.5 to 1% in plasma and the function is to secrete histamine, serotonin, heparin, which causes inflammatory reactions in the body. Then comes agranulocytes, which are monocytes, the largest WBC, which are 6 to 8% in plasma. And the main function of this monocyte is to perform phagocytosis. Lymphocytes could be small lymphocytes or the large lymphocyte with largest nucleus. They are of two types, B lymphocytes and the T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes are 20 to 25% and the function is B and T lymphocytes, they occupy 20 to 25% in the plasma and the function is in immune responses of the body and they produce antibody. The last form element in the blood is platelets, which is known as thrombocytes. Thrombocytes are colorless. Lifespan is of 7 days. Count is 1.5 to 3.5 legs per mm². And they are found in bone marrow, megakaryocytes, the cells which are present in the bone marrow, which will divide and give platelets. So the cell name is megakaryocytes. Structurally, they are also non-nucleated cell fragments. And the main function of platelet is blood clotting. So there are three types of formed elements which are present in the blood: RBC, WBC and platelets. All the three are playing different role. RBC help in transportation of carbon dioxide and oxygen, that is gases. WBC helps in fighting against the pathogen, immunity, and lastly, platelets help in blood clotting. Thanks for your attention.